Hi guys, good morning. Giselle Trujillo here with We Are the World Project and Road to Unity 10-Year Global Expedition. So it's been really challenging for the past few months to find an expedition vehicle for our 10-year global expedition. As you know, we want to start in Spain, in Europe, and we want to branch out to Asia and North Africa. And we really would love to just concentrate in Europe, but in Europe exists something called the Schengen zone, Schengen zones, Schengen countries, Schengen regions, which is very complicated as an American citizen. So basically, there are a number, I think there are 24, don't quote me on that, about approximately 24 countries that are part of the Schengen zone in Europe. And those countries, by law, you as an American citizen, I'm speaking on American citizenship behalf because we are in America. I'm American right now. So um, we're only allowed to stay in those countries for a maximum of 90 days out of 180 days. So for a company that's trying to overland and do a global expedition with a cause, with a humanitarian cause, it's a little bit complicated because we have to stay those 90 days in those countries and then we have to go outside of that. And if we even go over one day, we are running the risk of being deported from Europe for 5 years. We don't want that. We definitely don't want that. So have all our wall maps have been up, and I'm trying to put this whole overland expedition together. It's been very, very complicated to do so because of these Schengen um, zones. Most of the Schengen countries in the zone are in Western Europe, Central Europe, so the bigger countries like uh, Spain, Portugal, France, UK is not part of the Schengen. So that means if we spend 90 days somewhere in the 90 days in the Schengen region, we can actually export our vehicle into UK, spend 90 days, not 3 months, guys, 90 days in that region. And then we have to go back into the Schengen zone and then out again. So it's a little complicated because, as you know, if you look at the European map, most of the Schengen countries are like next to each other, with the exception of Greece. Greece is like completely by itself, and if you go north of Greece, then it opens up Central Eastern Europe, where you will find countries that are not part of the Schengen zones. So, as you can hear, it gets a little bit complicated. So, it's not only Schengen, you've got the EU, and then you've got, Europe in general. So we need a vehicle to help us bring our expedition to fruition. And I've been having a hell of a hard and difficult time finding one for many reasons. Um, I'm debating whether a camper van, a Sprinter camper van, um, you know, or an actual motorhome or an actual expedition vehicle. And this has been so complicated to really make a solid decision because they all have their benefits and they all have their pros and they'll have their cons. So I would say a pro of having a camper van is that, as long as it is the 170 extended cab uh, Sprinter by Mercedes-Benz, this is a great choice because it's huge. It's massive. You can have everything you need in there, and it's still kind of compact. And I'm thinking, I have to think ahead and think as exporting our vehicle in a container or exporting our vehicle from one country to another. So that's going to become a popular thing for our expedition, right? Because of the Schengen, and we're starting in Europe, and this is the way it is. So the logistics are a little bit more complicated than just driving through the USA or, having that freedom. So we'll have that freedom if we're in the Schengen, but then only 90 days, not indefinitely. So that's the difficulties of this expedition that we're having and making all these plans. So a camper van is great because a camper van is compact, it's got everything you need, um, and you can transport it in containers and you'll be fine. Um, the other the other option we have are motorhomes. Motorhomes they're great, but from all my research that I've been doing for the past few months, the European motorhomes are amazing. They are absolutely beautiful, equipped with everything you need. They're up to date. They're luxurious. They have everything you can imagine. And I wish we can have that. Unfortunately, I've reached out to a lot of motorhome manufacturers and dealers in Europe, and we run into a bit of a problem because I don't have I'm not a permanent resident of Europe, and I have addresses because I have a lot of family in Europe, but um, the registration has to be under my name or my company name, and I would have to register my company um, in two countries that I feel that can do the job well done from my research. Um, and it costs money, and it's not a lot of money, but it costs, and it'll be fine. But uh, the problem with European registration is it only lasts for 1 year. And I would have to go back to that country, the source of my registration, and I would have to go and redo my registration every year with them. That is a big problem for us. That's a big problem for me because with the Schengen on top of that, the 90-day, 180-day rule, imagine I have to now schlep all the way back to another country, drive all the way over there with a vehicle to get it re-registered. It becomes a nightmare. It's just out of the question. Purchasing a vehicle in Europe is out of the question for me right now. Cannot do. I could do if I use my addresses over there, which I could, but still the registration is the key. So that's a problem. So the easiest way to do our expedition is to actually have our own vehicle purchased in the USA and transport it via ship anywhere we need to go. That for me is peace of mind. All the paperwork is under my name. I don't have to worry about anything else. I could do my registration a little more easier. So, that's a problem. And then the third is an expedition vehicle. So I just expressed a few issues within the choice of vehicle for our expedition. So an expedition vehicle, meaning one that can go off-road, one that is stable, has the amenities that you need. We need amenities. I am traveling with my son and I'm traveling with a crew. So I do have to have bathroom. I need to have sleeping arrangements, a kitchen, and we need to have a dual cab, right? Because we need to put the rest of the crew. It's not just a single cab situation. It's not just myself and one person. There's going to be several people traveling at one point. So we need to have a dual cab. So this has been complicated also because most of the expedition vehicles are not dual cab. They have them, but they're not that rare, but they're hard to find. So for me, for us, for our safety, the best vehicle to go on an overland uh, expedition around the world would be ideally an expedition vehicle that has the safety, the 4x4, and the amenities and accommodations that we need. For us, we found three companies in the USA that make this possible. So the three companies are um, Earth Roamer, Expedition Vehicles, and Earth Cruiser. These are three companies I've been researching religiously for the past few months. So out of the three, they all have their specialties, they all have their beauties, they're all different, and I love them all. If I could have my way and I had the resources for it, I would have one from each company. But it also boils down to great customer service. The one that I can say has the greatest customer service, in my opinion, has been Earth Cruiser. Earth Cruiser, they have great customer service. They really know how to manage, how to speak to people, how to relate. They're very humble, in my opinion, my experience, my personal experience with them. Um, so I've reached out to them and we'll see what happens. The owner is from Australia, I believe, Australia or New Zealand. I'm not 100% sure, but he seems very humble. I've never spoken with him. I've spoken to their sales rep, you know, twice now, and I've had nothing but a great experience. And about their expedition vehicle, so their design is a bit different. They're more into durability, compact, and they're nice. They're beautiful. They're actually really, really beautiful. But they have the the height. They minimize the height so you can actually put your vehicle in a container without any problems. That's their specialty. That's what I feel their punchline is. Their specialty is in being compact and fitting height-wise, fitting pretty much anywhere. Where that's a pro, and I love it, and I hope to collaborate with them because A, the customer service I love, B, I do love their product. Their vehicles are really nice, and although I find that, not all these three brands that I'm going to mention, they, like I said, they have their pros and their cons. You know, one one con, is that it lacks a little bit of storage space, I think. I haven't actually seen any of these vehicles, but I've done enough research to understand that. And, there's some areas like the bed next to the cooking area. That's a little bit complicated because A, the smell, and you can splash things all over your bed. That becomes a little bit of an issue. Um, their bathrooms, the Earth Cruiser bathrooms are right at the entrance of the vehicle. I think that's okay. I think that's all right. From and I understand where the owner came from with that design. He said it came from having his dogs and being dirty, a Labrador, and I've watched the videos, so I get it. I think it's okay. I think something like that will be just fine. But there are little things here and there that I was like, oh, I wish. But they have everything you could possibly think of. The only thing I didn't see in their vehicle is a wash and dryer. That is one thing it's a must for us. I have a toddler who gets messy, and we have a cruise, so we have to make sure that we have a wash and dryer, and that unit does not have that. And I'm also concerned that if something comes flying by, it can, you know, puncture the tent aspect of it that goes up, and it's not a solid material. It's more like a plastic. So I'm afraid, I'm a little bit concerned for extreme weather conditions. Will it hold up? Winds, all those factors. Other than that, I think it's an amazing, amazing vehicle, and I do love them. And I will get it. I will get totally one of them if I could, if I would, I would, because I believe their intention is so humble and so amazing, and they actually have a great, great product. So I would say Earth Cruiser is kind of like the underdog of the industry. Um, And I love that. I actually love that, and I appreciate it. Number two is Expedition X vehicles. Here's They have a really beautiful lineup of vehicles. They have a lot of options, which I think is amazing for people who need options like myself. Their builds are really nice. They're beautiful. However, I've been trying to get in touch with these people for months. I've never got a call back or an email. And I just decided to go on social media yesterday, on Instagram to be specific, and check them out. And I read all these negative reviews, which freaked me out because I I am considering them for our expedition. So I don't know. I'm not going to talk much about them because I don't know. But from my research on their vehicles are like really, they have both worlds. They have the luxury and they have the expedition aspect of it. They have great design. They have great space, use of space, and I believe they have really a great lineup. They have great options, and I really like them. But can't say much for their customer service. I can't say much for anything. I haven't had any experience with them. They haven't responded. So that's a little concerning for me because I want, whether we purchase or we get sponsored or we collaborate with any of these brands, I want excellent customer service. Bottom line, you don't have to have the most incredible product in the world, but if your humble spirit and your customer service is great, that's where I want to be. That's where I want to be. I want to be in good hands, and I want to feel confident that if something goes wrong, I can actually call and feel like I'm going to be taken care of, right? Whether I purchase a vehicle or get sponsored a vehicle, either way, it's very important to have that community essence to the business and our interaction. It's very, very important for me. Um, Number three, I am going to talk about Earth Roamer. So here's the deal. Earth Roamer also has a nice lineup. They have options, which is great. Um, they are beautiful. Their builds are absolutely stunning. They're gorgeous. They are beautiful. Luxurious. So luxury meets the luxury meets nature type of situation. They have it all. They have great choices. They have all the amenities you can want. They have everything I would love. However, again, customer service is everything. The personality of your company could be one thing, but your actual customer service speaks in volume. So this company has a chip on their shoulder because of one celebrity, Jason Momoa, um, has one of the Earth Roamer vehicles. So I've reached out to this company so many times. I've emailed them, I've called them, I've spoken to some people over there, and they never want to give me a response. So last week, I spent all week reaching out to them. Finally, I called again, and I was told that they're very busy right now and that they don't know if they have time, and they're not even sure if they even want to collaborate with us or anything like that. Kind of giving me this kind of like, whatever, we don't care. Well, of course they don't care. They have Jason Momoa as a customer, and that's fine. But that's really poor quality customer service. Um, I reached out to the COO, send him. I actually left him a voicemail message, no response. Okay, I understand you guys are busy, but you never know. You never know who's on the other line. You never know who is reaching out to you. You never know. just never know. The world is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So Earth Roamer, as beautiful as their vehicles are, I also feel their services are like not of great quality. They don't come off humble at all. Unfortunately, they don't come off as a humble company that wants to even respond to you because they feel they're better than you. That's the feeling, to be honest. And because of that, I don't think I would go with them. It would, for me to come around to Earth Roamer again, it would have to take a lot. It would have to take a lot of understanding and giving them a chance. They think they're on top of the world, and they're clearly, this mindset is just so sad, so sad. So, do I wish I had an Earth Roamer? Of course I do. Also, they're the most expensive ones. They're in the millions to almost $2 million ones. Um, Way overpriced in my opinion. I've seen the type of work and I've compared it to others, and seems like the craftsmanship is pretty similar, but yet they're overcharging a whole lot. So I don't know if they're gonna survive in the long run with that mentality. Um, you know, I don't know. I don't know. They could survive today. I don't know about tomorrow. But I do believe in companies that have the humble spirit to them. And for me, the winner and the one that I really would love to collaborate with will be Earth Cruiser because of the humbleness behind the company, the humbleness that runs through the team. Um, you know, I like that. I want to be in good company. You don't have to have the highest quality product in the world to have good customer experience, customer service experience. So I see myself in an Earth Cruiser. I see myself in an Earth Roamer. I see myself in a expedition vehicle. I see myself in all three of them, honestly. If any of them reached out to me and said, "Hey, we'd like to collaborate with you," I would be open-minded to all creative solutions and all creative offers. I would. Um, we have a very valuable project. We Are the World Project, which is our online digital publication. And that's where we get to share our content, our experiences, where we get to show off some of our documentation for our Road to Unity 10-year global expedition. So we have the company, which is We Are the World Project, and we have the online publication, our digital publication, wearetheworldproject.com, and then we have one division of that is our Road to Unity global expedition, which is supposed to be 10 years. I put a 10-year time frame on it because I figured it would take us about 10 years to roam this world. Of course, it could take longer, but 10-year mark is the mark that we should be visiting most countries. Um, and at the end of our expedition, by the way, we're gonna have a film documenting the highlights of our documentation in each country, each nation, each culture, and then we're going to have a really massive tabletop book, which is going to depict and is going to talk, we're going to talk about our experiences in short little paragraphs and a lot of photos. This is important for, I had this vision, and it's because the virtual reality lifestyle is kicking in on high mode, you know. So Road to Unity is really to keep humanity intact, keep us going out there, experience nature, experience history, experience cultures, interact with humanity one on one. So our mission, our movement is to go out there, experience life in reality, and less in virtual reality, which is going to, in my opinion, in my vision, I clearly see that this whole virtual reality lifestyle is going to disrupt humanity greatly because people are not going to want to get up and go and spend money and go and travel. They want to stay more inside. They get their food delivered. They get their services delivered. They don't have to go They don't have to spend hours of travel. They don't have to spend any time even driving anywhere. So the vehicle industry potentially can will be dramatically impacted by this whole virtual reality world. People are going to have the hottest vehicles, but in the virtual living. You now can travel to any part of the world virtually. And actually, I've seen this. I've contacted so many tourism boards of so many different countries, and I've tried to explain this to them. Right now they're promoting, oh, you could virtually see our country 24/7 right from the comfort of your home. But guess what? You're that's not good. I've tried to share this vision with them and say you really shouldn't be promoting that, because no one is going to go to your country now. No one's going to visit your country. No one's actually going to spend the time or money or the investment in going into one's land and have that ultimate one-on-one experience. They just won't. And to me, it's like crazy to see that the tourism boards of these countries are actually promoting virtual visit and tourism. It's crazy. It's to me is absolutely insane. So now that I'm seeing that, I'm like, oh my God, our project could not be more fitting. So We Are the World project and our Road to Unity expedition makes even more sense, right? Because now I'm all about going against the grain, but doing it tastefully and peacefully and respectfully. So we are going against the grain. We're going against the grain. We're not going to be part of this whole virtual movement, virtual reality living movement. We are definitely going to be part of the live more outside, experience one-on-one, interact with humanity more, go live nature. This planet is magnificent. Our planet Earth is all we know because we've been here. We know there's much more out there, but we haven't actually been able to fly outside of planet Earth and go experience other planets, as maybe we will in the near future. But for now, this is all we have. We have one another, we have each other. Each culture is what we have here. Our countries, this is like eye candy. This planet is absolutely eye candy. It's got everything because we're adjusted to it. This is where we live, this is our home, this is what we know. So why not really explore it? Why not really enjoy it? Why not really, you know, feel it, smell it, taste it, feel our earth, feel our nature, feel our people. It's all we've got is you and I. We've got each other, you know. So for now, this whole technical, digital, virtual reality um, lifestyle to be promoted so highly and just take over the masses of humanity and our children, it's heartbreaking. It's so heartbreaking because we have so much to explore here now, touching, feeling, smelling. We have that much more. And so I've reached out to a lot of these companies to see if they want to collaborate with us, to see if they see us as valuable. Some individuals, they see my project as valuable. They really do. They see it as very important and they love it and they appreciate it. But companies nowadays, all they want to do is make money, you know, and I get it. I understand. I understand that. I do. I respect it. But part of, you know, our mindset is not that. Our mindset is against the grain and doing things a little bit differently. So in my company, We Are the World project, we don't accept any money. I'm sorry. We don't exchange money. I've decided to omit any kind of greed which comes along with money. So I've asked a lot of companies if they want to collaborate with us on a belief and a vision that they share with us. And thus they like it. They don't want to do anything about it. It's almost easier to pay someone and pay us and say, here. And I've had people offer me money, say, here's some cash, go do your expedition. And I'm just like, we don't accept money. I'm sorry, we cannot accept money. We can trade. You want to gift us, donate something, go right ahead. We love that. You want to pay for our combustibles, that's fine. Do that. We love that. You want to send us merchandise, do it. We love it. We'll wear it. We'll show it off. You want to donate a vehicle to us, do it. We love it. We will use it. You want to buy us food, go ahead, send us food. When we're traveling, you want to send us food, go right ahead, send us food. We'll tell you where we are. You know, I I have this mentality of let's trade, let's barter versus I have the money, you give it to me. That's easy. Exchanging with money currency is very easy because that's how society has been brainwashed to do so. But there's an art to trading and bartering. And I love that. Nothing like turns me on more than that. I love bartering and trading. You believe in my vision? Okay, so we exchange in something valuable you have that we need. And we'll in turn, we're not just saying, oh, we need this, we need that, oh, make it happen, this and no, we actually give a lot in value. We have a lot of value in what we give back. So we give back in promotions, advertisement, constant mentioning. We give back if you're a brand that's interested in collaborating with us, you have an abundance of advertisement, promotion, and publicity through us. This is a 10-year program, you guys. This is a 10-year commitment, meaning for 10 years, you're going to be mentioned whether you decide to not sponsor or collaborate with us for 5 years out of it. You're still going to be mentioned for the next 10 years because you already, collaborated with us. So it's like that mindset. A lot of these companies have that short-term mindset. Give me and I give back, and that's it. We have a long-term mindset. That's why, hence the 10-year frame that I've put and I've dedicated to this. You know, so we're going and driving around the world, right? In remote places, popular places, non-touristic and very touristic places. Here we are driving, wearing, sharing, all these brands, and these people just want everything for free. These companies want us to give everything for free. Well, we're giving everything, but what do you have to give to us? We're asking you what we need. You have to show us that you're also valuable, that not only us giving value. We have an excellent mission. We have an excellent movement. We have something, yes, it's against the grain, but this is humanitarian. Our movement is humanitarian. Our movement is valuable and priceless. So we're also putting a tenure on it, meaning your brand will be by collaboration, will go where we go. Um, there's a lot of benefits to that. Go and buy, and go buy advertisement in any magazine, any digital publication. Go buy advertisement. Advertisement, it will be in for 3 months, 5 months, a year, and your money will evaporate just like that. Just like that. And it's short term, meaning your ad is not going to run for 10 years. And this is where a lot of companies fail to understand. This is a 10-year commitment, guys. We're married for 10 years. What could possibly go wrong with that? Your investment, it's priceless. You're tapping into minds, cultures. You're tapping into places that your brand will never go to unless they paid someone to do it. So we who's gonna get up, leave their family, leave everything behind, and just go travel indefinitely? Okay, I say 10 years, it could be a lot longer than that, but 10 years is a lot of years. So, it takes a special type of company with a special type of humble humanitarian mindset to see our vision. And I get that. Again, I respect that. But it's so like our world is so short, society has become so short-minded that it's sad to see. It's very sad to see. So I just wanted to share with you guys what's going on within our company right now, why also our expedition is taking a little bit longer because we haven't yet solidified which expedition vehicle is going to come with us. It's going to take us around the world. It's going to be part of our everyday life. It's going to be part of our content. It's going to be part of our life. It's going to be everywhere. So this is the beginning stages of our expedition. These are the things behind the scenes that I wanted to share with you guys to let you know, like, what we're dealing with, what's going on. And, obviously COVID has a lot to do with it and a lot of restrictions and stuff, but I think we're getting a little bit over the hurdle. But at this point, I just wanted to share what's going on um, behind the scenes of the beginning stages of our expedition. So that's what's going on, you guys. We still haven't found that one expedition vehicle we really want. And we haven't found any sponsors or any collaborations um, that they're willing to see our vision. I mean, they see it or not, they love the idea, right? That's a good start. But I understand these people have invested in their vehicle and they want to make sure they get some of that investment back. Well, we can guarantee that we can give it back to you in promotions, publicity, advertisement, through our content, a lot of it. Don't forget, we're doing interviews. I'm going to be doing interviews, whether it's a celebrity, a public figure, or just a regular person. That's going to be part of our office, our remote office, because we are actually going to be doing the interviews. We're going to be inviting people into our space. So, in essence, everyone's going to have to see the vehicle, right? On the outside, the exterior, the interior. This is what's going to happen. It's going to create such a buzz anyway. Whoever sees our vision, they're going to understand that their investment has stretched out within 10 years or more. Their investment is so stretched out that they possibly could not have done that just by purchasing, paying for advertisement, promotion, or publicity. They're gonna see that. They're gonna understand that they will have paid it probably 5 times in 10 years, if 6 times, maybe even more, by going with us and doing what we're doing, because we are putting our lives at risk. Number one, we're putting our lives at risk. We're driving all around the world, where your vehicle is going to see so many places that it could not have imagined. And you never know where you're going to find your next customer anyways, right? You never know if we're in Andorra and someone loves our American expedition vehicle. Now we're opening new clients for you in different parts of the world. Or we went to Morocco or Tunisia, and there are people with money that now want your vehicle. You know, that has will pay off right away if they purchase a vehicle. You know, Either way, these are just some of the things that I have on my mind behind the scenes. And if you guys have any advice on which expedition vehicle, remember, we're driving through Europe, number one, narrow streets. We want to ship our vehicle, so we have to export it. It has to fit the dimensions of the container. Also, we have different electricity in our vehicle, so that has to match the European one. We have to convert by plugs. You know, there's a lot. There's a lot that goes in to exporting a vehicle. Not only the initial vehicle exportation expense, which can go up to like $5,000, um, you know, the gas, and there's a lot. There's a lot that we also have to expense on our end. So, you know, this is a very valuable, valuable expedition. And again, we're not just going to be blogging or anything like that. We're an actual company. We're a company with a mission and a movement. So that becomes of a different structure, a more, complete structure. Um, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be amazing. And whoever we decide, you know, we want to collaborate with, and they want to collaborate with us, whoever wants to sponsor us, you know, the benefits are high. The benefits are completely, they're guaranteed, they're high, and at the end of the day, we want to be with a company that treats us right, that believes in us, doesn't look at us as a tax write-off because we don't accept money or anything like that. But you know, they see our vision, they share our vision, and that's where we want to be. We want to be in great company. Um, and the value for them is very high. I can't express enough. You could, like I say, you could go purchase advertisement and stuff like that. It'll cost you that amount. You'll be in the millions within a few years. In a few years you're with us, traveling everywhere. um and whichever brand decides to collaborate with us, we want to make sure that we expose them so much, and enough, and so much tastefully done, that it opens up another market for them in another country. At the end of the day, it's really boiling down to doing business, right? So that's a value that we have in our expedition, in our company, is that we expose your brand in places where you will never get to go. You will never get to go to, because you're not paying someone to travel with your vehicle along those roads and those regions. But we're taking the risk of doing that, and now we're exposing your brand to different marketplaces around the world. So that's big. That's value number one right there. Anyway, enough convincing. Oh, these are the beginning stages of our expedition. I cannot wait. I don't even want to touch on all the gorgeous, amazing vehicles, expedition vehicles they have in Europe, because it's insane, especially the German ones. Oh my God. They are, woo, top of the line, top of the line. And again, I've spoken to some owners of these really beautiful expedition vehicles in Germany, um, and they have really poor customer service. Oh my gosh. I almost went tit for tat with one of them, and it was so sad because I felt bad. I had to throw in some of my family name and stuff like that. But the customer service is really not that great in Europe, from what I'm seeing. In Germany, I'm sorry, I'll take that. Well, yeah, no, in Europe. I mean, Spain, Germany, I've seen some really low quality customer service in these two countries, unfortunately. So, anyways, you guys, wish us luck. Tell us if you're an experienced world overlander. Please tell us which vehicle you think we should invest or go with, collaborate, or get sponsored by. Tell us, because we want to know where this expedition is new to us. So for you probably have a lot of experience, and we want to learn from your experiences as well. So please comment below. Tell us which expedition vehicle is the best, and why we should look into that. Remember, we're exporting a vehicle from the USA. So we at this time we cannot purchase a European vehicle. We can only purchase an American vehicle, and we're exporting it. So keep that in mind. We're exporting an American made vehicle. Okay, so which American expedition vehicle do you recommend that will be excellent with the amenities, with the performance, with the beauty, the luxuries that we need to make our 10-year global expedition? We're starting in Spain, Europe, and we're expanding into North Africa, or Asia at a time, okay? And some other countries in Europe, of course. Please comment below. It doesn't cost much, guys. Just subscribe. It'll be greatly appreciated. It'll help me grow. Um, it'll help grow out our channel. So please make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like this video. Please give me some feedback. Check out our website, wearetheworldproject.com, which is in constant, I'm constantly adding content to it. So please check it out. Give me feedback. Send me an email. You know, send us any notes. Let us know how you feel, what you like, what you don't like. Give me advice. I love it. It's all welcome and with a lot of love. All right, guys, thank you so much. Until then, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. My name is Giselle Trujillo with We Are the World Project, and check out our sources, our online sources, please. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy. Be safe. Love you all. Ciao.